Well, all right, guys, I thought I'd do a bonus episode today. We're not going to look at the face because I did that earlier in the previous episode. But since I missed an episode, and I am very sorry about that, but I was under the weather because, as I said before, even though I got my diet and I've got my exercise set up perfectly, I don't have the perfection yet. I haven't gotten to the level where I can say that microlesion therapy, the rebirth, like the phoenix, by a trillion lesions, where we feed our bones and our muscles, not our cancers, is not up to snuff. And therefore, things don't always go the way that they're planned. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about not toy cars, but changing lanes. Changing lanes, one of the things that's so dangerous. And the reason it's so dangerous is these things right here. It's not just that people don't use their blinkers, their indicating machines, right, to say that they're going left or right. You know, they're blinkers. It's also the mirrors that are a big problem, because there is a thing called, wait for it, blind spots. And the reason that you have blind spots is, look at these mirrors. You see how they are? So when two cars are next to each other like this, the mirror, you know, inside can be angled out so that you can see the car that's next to it. But what happens? What happens when you actually need to change lane? So let's say we're like this, right? When you change into this lane, what happens? The car turns. Therefore, the angle of this is no longer able to see the car that is right there, right behind it. So as the car is turning and going this way, you lose sight of the car, this one right here, that's coming this way. And that is where the majority of the accidents happen when changing lanes, because you think it's fine, but you can't really tell how fast this car is going just by the mirror there. So because you can't tell how fast this car is coming in, when you make that turn, maybe this car is way out there so you don't see it at all. When you make that turn, you suddenly lose sight of what's happening behind, and that is collision frenzy, collision extravaganza time. So there we go. I thought I'd do a little video to show you guys how important it is, one, to angle your mirrors as best as you can, but also do not always only rely on this. Make sure you look really well before you make that change. And I'm having issues with this still at my veteran age, going towards 50 years age, going towards 50. So yeah, it's something that could be easily fixed by a car company. If, for instance, you put a little motor in this, that as the car is going into a different lane, angles and turns that way so that you can still see the car. That could be an interesting moonshot for some company. Like I would try to make this product, but what's the point? Do you know how many products I've tried to make? And whenever I say something online, some company out there is listening with their AI. They steal that idea, and within a few months, that product is already out there in the field. So anyway, that's one of the issues with the modern world today. And I guess we're going to get to the point where capitalism cannot be anymore. And the reason why it fails is simply because it's too easy for companies that are already established, and they have their feelers, right? You know, like antennas. Ants have their feelers, antennas, or the snakes use their tongue to feel around. Well, they have AI to feel around the internet and find crazy, amazing, innovative ideas that other people would be able to build, and perhaps it'll take them like 5 to 10 years to build that product, but they can already build it today. So of course, the little guy will never be able to compete. And that's how part of the reason why the American dream isn't possible anymore, is how quickly that is. So that is why I keep saying UBI is essential, because the way that business was done in the past is no more. And I don't care how secret you want to be. Your idea may never be able to come to market in time because somebody else can swipe it. And it doesn't matter how you try to protect it, because not everybody has the same set of rules that we use in the US. But also, you don't want to slow down progress. So this whole thing that we used to do with patenting is becoming obsolete. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Cringeostrophic Disclosure. Watch out when you drive. Take care. Bye-bye.